welcome back to another try at getting out this freaking manga reaction. Of course, I tried twice already, no audio. Now, third time's a charm. Hopefully, you guys got the audio. I'm back at home. No more Royal Rumble. Let's get right into it. One Piece 1137 introducing Shamrock, not the shake. So starting off, of course, we have the cover art. The cover art, of course, is Yamato and the gang sneaking in to the Udon hideout that was kind of sketchy and looking around because, of course, we know that the sword was stolen, so they're trying to get it back and all this good stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But we kick off by being at the top right now. Remember, Roto took Nami, Zoro, and Luffy up top to the castle because they want to go check out and see if they can get the key to unlock Loki and let him free so they can actually talk to him, which I still believe Loki might be a good guy at heart, especially after what happened inside this chapter. But enough of that. 14 years have passed since we even come close to going into this castle. And as they walk up to the door of it, they realize that the door is busted. But it's not busted like somebody was trying to break into it, but it's busted as if somebody was breaking out of it. And of course, that didn't sit well with Roto because he knows nobody should even be up here by this castle. It's a forbidden sacred area. Now we see the crew walking in and being blown away by the massive size of this castle that it is. You can't, so big of a castle that you can't even see the top of the ceiling while you're standing in it. So instead of having the crew walk on their own 2 feet, Nami of course looks at Roto and says, "Hey, you're going to be sitting here carrying this around only because you love us, right?" And Roto simply says that, "Wow, that's some luck that I have. I get to carry you around. Oh, let's make it happen, ultra rare Nami." And as they start walking around, he's carrying them all inside his hand. They see the destruction and devastation that happens inside the castle. Of course, we all know that King Harold's passing was not just any type of normal passing, but he passed away because of Loki. Loki gave him them paws, hands, and feet.org. And not just him, but also 100 other giants as they look down and see the skulls all sitting up on the ground of the giants that were wiped away by Loki himself as he was going up against none other than King Harold. When we as the readers look closer and we realize that, hey, some of these skulls actually have horns attached to them. What is that all about? It looks like oars or an army of oars is around this area, but that's just not it. It's the ancient giants bloodline that was wiped away, of course, but the ancient giants all had horns similar to oars. Even King Harold himself had the same exact horns. The only difference is when they looked at a picture of him, the horns were missing, but scars were still there. He ripped his horns out of his head and of course symbolized that as the ancient giant blood no longer being inside him and leaving that as an era of war in the past. And that, of course, takes some serious guts to do. But His Majesty, of course, had one of the hardest deaths that took fault to the entire kingdom because nobody wanted that to be over with. Nobody really thought that was going to happen, especially realizing that King Harold had another son named Herodin, who of course hates Loki for killing their dad off. Now, Loki is only related to Herodin because they share the same father. Herodin's mother actually is a sad story behind it because she was forbidden to be inside of the kingdom because she wasn't a giant of the same giant bloodline or race that was already there as the king himself. So giants, humans, good connection already off back. Not good, but a connection, of course, for the most part. And we sit here and look on and realize, hey, Roto, why do you even look up to Herodin? Like, what goes through your mind with that? And it's simple. Hiroden's a good guy. As kids, Hiroden walked up to Roto because Roto was being bullied for, of course, drawing sea charts. He walked up to him and asked, "Hey, will you be my friend? Because that looks pretty amazing, and I want to somehow learn to do this myself one day." Hiroden came forward, a straightforward guy, as a child to an adult that he is now, and he looks on to have a vision that will one day just unite all of the giants, no matter what bloodline that you are a part of. Now, the giant bloodline is a little bit different. Now, we know that it has been a hard life for Hiroden, being an outcast, being somebody who was seen as like the brother who can't really get into the party because you're not of that actual stature. The stepchild or the half child that is of no royal bloodlines except for the actual bloodlines of his father. Hiroden is going to one day unite and become the king of the giants. And as he said that sparks plugs into Roto as he looks on and he says, "You know what? I want to believe in you and I want to see this through." And from that point on, it's just been them two by themselves. But as we get to looking some more, we see more giants knocked out and sleeping, that's over inside of a different area. But with them being inside that area, I wonder if they're alive. But before we get that answer, we jump right down to the underworld of Elbalf, where we see Gunko and Loki not even having a conversation. But of course, Gunko is just so hell-bent on wanting Loki to be a part of the God's Knights that she does everything in her power to try to break him. She uses her arrow devil fruit powers, of course, to try to destroy him until he gets up on the very last thread and says, "All right, I'll join you." But knowing that Loki is so strong-minded, he will not change. And he tells them, "You know what? To hell with you all. Like, I would never, ever join you. So stop asking me, damn it." And of course, Gunko is not taking no for an answer. This arrow fruit is just going left, right, up, down. And as it's going through, Loki catches on pretty fast. His battle IQ is pretty much there. We can see why he's, wrapped up still, and why he is somebody who went through 100 different giants, as well as his father, King Harold, in order to get to where he wants to get with the devil fruit he has. But he catches on really fast. He knows how this is playing out, so he's trying his best to avoid some of the critical hits. But Gunko is hell bent on destroying him until he joins, and she speeds up the pace with it. And as she speeds it up, she asks him again, "Will you join the Holy Knights?" And Loki looks at them and simply shouts out, "Hell no, you moron." And this does not sit well with Gunko. Gunko goes into a whole different mode and gets to attacking non-stop, just going after him until the guy next to her finally says, "That's enough. That's enough, Gunko. Let's change our tactics and contact Marijoa. I'm sick of all these useless people. I'd hope we could have settled this much cleaner." And that person takes his hood off with his long hair braided up to the back, looking like the commander of the Holy Knights that he is, a world noble and the son of one of the 5 elders, Saint Garland. We have Figurlin Shamrock, who is undoubtedly the brother of Shanks. So now we see the name and the face of the rat that was talking to the 5 elders and Marijoa. The allegations have been beat now. Shanks is cleared finally of all of this. But that does not mean that things are over in any form or fashion, because we have a Shanks lookalike on the island. We have Luffy looking out to get a key, and he's trying to go down and talk to Loki, who's already beaten up. So what is going to happen next? As Shamrock looks on and says, this world of Elbalf, this land here, will be conquered one day. This will be brought under the order of the command of the world government once and for all. And they end the chapter on that note, on that cliffhanger. And it's something that you just look at like, wow, they really just did this to me. And it's shocking. It really is shocking, because I would have never, ever suspected Shamrock to come out and simply be this powerful as he took over the slot that his father once held as the commander of the gods and the holy knights. What a chapter. What a chapter. I'm sorry it took 3 different times for us to get the actual recording down packed, but I do hope you do enjoy it. And if you did, of course, leave down below just how you think, or what you think this man's abilities are. Will he have Conqueror's Haki like his brother Shanks? Well, he has to be on that level for the most part, seeing that you are the son of Frigolin Gerlin, who is now a 5 elder for that part. This is going to get interesting very fast, and I am excited to see what's going to happen here. Stay tuned to the 1216 podcast, because chapter 1138 is not too far away. Matter of fact, you might be able to click on the video probably soon. With that being said, this is 12 officially signing off with another bang.